Welcome back to the Pioneer Sports Network. This is episode 2, and today we are featuring our head men's basketball coach, Austin Sparrow. We're featuring one of our recruits for the women's soccer team, and as well as we got our women's and men's soccer coaches, Paul Brooks and Garrett Stark, back with us.
Welcome once again to the Pioneer Sports Network, episode 2. We're happy to have with us today a number of guests. First up is Michaela Schrader, one of our female soccer recruits for the women's team. And she's a graduate, a 2020 graduate of Nelson County High School. And Michaela, tell us a little bit about your history in soccer and how you came to be at CU Harrisburg.
I've played soccer since I was 4 years old. I've played ever since. And how I came to CU Harrisburg was Coach Brooks introduced me to the program, and I knew I wanted to be a part of something brand new and to build on the legacy here at this school.
Excellent. What's your favorite soccer experience for either club or school?
So my favorite soccer experience was probably this past year, my senior year. And so we have one of the toughest districts to beat in probably all of the region. And I hit the tie-winning goal. It was 2-2 against Bardstown High School, which has some of the best players in the state. And we went into double overtime with them, and we haven't done that in multiple years.
Excellent, very exciting stuff. What was the final outcome? You won?
No, we actually did not. One of our players actually fouled them in the box, and they got a PK.
Well, let's make sure we don't repeat that experience here at CU Harrisburg, especially in our opening season, or at least in the opening game.
Yeah.
Michaela, thanks very much. We're very pleased to have you. Our next guest today is Coach Garrett Stark, who's a valuable asset to us here at CU Harrisburg. But many of you probably don't know that he also coaches pretty much all over the state with his indoor leagues. He's a director of his own youth soccer club, from which we'll be heavily recruiting. So today, Garrett, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how you feel club soccer going this fall in light of the COVID virus, and how you think that will affect recruiting both for us and other colleges and universities over the coming year.
You know, obviously with the COVID-19 going on right now, the spring season was shut down for club soccer, which was devastating for the players and the parents, something that we've never had to deal with. In fact, you know, this past weekend, being Memorial Day weekend, was the first weekend I haven't coached on Memorial Day weekend in probably 15 years. But, you know, we're hopeful that the fall season's going to progress. I know the kids are ready to get back out on the field and play.
And with recruiting, do you think you're going to have a regular fall season, and do you think that'll give us plenty of opportunities to recruit both as a program?
Absolutely. You know, high school season right now is progressing. You know, all indication is that the high school season will be on. So we're hopeful that will happen. If it does happen, then obviously our recruiting during the high school season will be good, because we'll be able to get out and watch players play during the high school season. So we're definitely hopeful that will happen.
Okay, and finally, if you could tell us a little bit about your club, Kentucky United, and how that came about.
Sure. So Kentucky United is a new club that we started last fall. We started basically announcing that we were going to have tryouts about a week before tryouts, and we ended up with 12 teams the first year, which was really impressive, starting from no teams to 12 teams the first year. And, you know, our club basically starts from 6 years old and goes all the way up to U19.
And for both males and females, yeah?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, good luck with that, and we're looking forward to a successful season here with you at CU Harrisburg also.
Glad to be here.
Our next guest today is head men's basketball coach here at CU Harrisburg, Austin Sparrow. Austin's had a great first season, and he's going to share some of the highlights of that and how he expects this coming season to manifest itself. Austin, great to have you. Tell us about your first season.
First off, glad to be here. Thank you guys for having me. Our first season was full of different types of adversity. Very pleased with how our team handled that adversity. Very pleased with the ending result of how our team came together as a family in the inaugural season. Obviously, you've got your bumps in the road, and you're learning lessons and different things like that. And you know, that's kind of how we went out and played every game. You know, we're going to learn something from every game. We played 2 Division I schools this past season.
That's fantastic.
Nichols and McNeese State, as well as multiple other NCAA Division II schools. We played a really tough schedule, probably one of the toughest schedules in the country. We had no seniors this past season. I've got 3 seniors hopefully coming back this next season. as well as probably about 13 juniors. So we're going to go from being one of the youngest teams in the country to one of the oldest teams in the country in one season.
That's fantastic. I heard they end up with a pretty good GPA as well as a team.
Yes, we finished the season with a 3.06 team accumulative GPA.
And do you accredit that to anything in particular? I know they have, the coached academically as well as athletically. So do you think that was a contributing factor?
Yes, our four main principles of our program we teach are faith, family, education, and basketball. We emphasize all four of those pillars.
Hopefully in that order.
In that order, yes, in that order. And the education part, our guys, they really improved this year. They actually improved our team GPA by almost 0.5 from the previous year. So I was really impressed.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And what were the highlights? If there was a particular game that stands out to you from last season, what game would that be?
Definitely probably when we went to Berea College, NCAA Division III program, and beat them on their home court in overtime. Tyrese Duncan hit a last-second shot. Actually, I believe it was in double overtime. Hit a last-second shot. We drew it up in the timeout. We came out. We executed. It was almost picture perfect.
That's fantastic. And I know those things, as a coach myself, I know those things live in your memory like a video playing back
Yes.
often. Have you got a hard schedule coming up for this season?
We do. We're looking forward to, our conference is probably one of the toughest conferences in the country at the NCCAA level. Of course, we're going to play everybody twice in our conference, as well as we've got some other games with Division I and Division II NCAA schools. And as well as we always start our season with an NAIA scrimmage against Asbury College. So.
Yeah, and I'm keen to see that rivalry build. Asbury obviously is very local to our own campus, and we're both Christian colleges, so
Yes.
I think that's going to be a natural and healthy rivalry across all sports. Who are your key returners coming back for the upcoming season?
Our three seniors, we've got Jamal Weaver, who was top 5 in the country in scoring this past season. Devin Baker, who is our kind of emotional and defensive leader, coming back as a senior, and Jaquez Simpson coming back. He'll be a key piece coming off of our bench, bringing some more of that experience, as well as we've got a really deep junior and sophomore class this next year. I'm really impressed with Antoine Darby, and then the Duncan twins, Tyrese and Tyron. I'm very impressed with the team's ability this past year to grow, and I think that those juniors and seniors are really going to have a big part this season. As well as we had a really good year in recruiting. We have a really good freshman class coming in, and it'll be interesting to see which one of those freshmen can contribute coming off of their last senior season.
Absolutely. I see you've signed several from Galilean Christian Academy. Is there a special relationship that you have with that school or with the players?
Yes. Right now we have 5 students from the Galilean Christian Academy that will be playing for us this next season. We definitely, obviously us being a Christian school in the Galilean Christian Academy, any way that we can help and service our mission as a school, we're willing to do that.
That's fantastic. And we look forward to an exciting season on the court here at CU Harrisburg in the Whitaker Family Court.
Yes.
And we thank Austin Sparrow for his time with us today. Thank you, Austin.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Pioneer Sports Network. We're happy you joined us for this week's episode. Stay tuned here to our Facebook page at CU Harrisburg Pioneers for next week's episode, and they should air every Friday here on our Facebook page.